Hello. Welcome to the Transplants Podcast, trailer review watching segment. My name's Matt.
Dean.
And we're about to watch the Justice League. This week was just like an outpouring of Comic-Con goodness, so we're going to get into a bunch today. All right, let's do this.
It's going down. I'm so excited.
This weekend, Diana.
Me? Nothing very interesting.
The world remains in mourning after the death of the Superman.
And where's the Gotham mask? The masked vigilante has been a no-show.
That's
He
awesome.
said the age of heroes would never come again.
It has to.
The mascara.
We don't have any more time.
Something is coming.
It's Thor. Just kidding.
No protectors here. No lanterns.
Lanterns.
No Kryptonian. This world will fall. Like all the others.
One misses the days when one's biggest concerns were exploding wind-up penguins.
This is crazy. Honestly, I think we're all gonna die.
Each of us, in some way, is held back.
Don't engage alone. We'll do this together.
It's really cool you guys seem ready to do battle and stuff, but I've never done battle. I've just pushed some people and run away.
Cyborg.
He's awesome.
Relax, Alfred. I'll take it from here.
Do I know you?
Superman was a beacon to the world. He didn't just save people. He made them see the best parts of themselves.
Loves that.
I don't recognize this weapon.
We don't have to recognize him. We just have to save it.
How many of you are there? Not enough. Do you really think that...
Oh, wow, they really just vanished. Huh? Oh, that's rude.
Awesome.
What? You said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late.
Superman.
Oh, I didn't even connect that we had not seen him because I was overwhelmed by everything else. Whoa. I mean, it looks freaking awesome.
Dude, I cannot, like...
Oh, man.
All right, so I know since, for Suicide Squad and other of the... I've been, kind of touch and go with the DC cinematic universe. But I will say, after Wonder Woman, which you still really do need to see.
Sorry, internet.
After Wonder Woman, my energy level and excitement for these movies just went through the roof.
Because they're getting it right.
Oh my god!
So you have a reason to.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you guys know. I know I talked to Dean about this, but the Justice League was at the tail end of its filming process when the director had a very unfortunate thing happen in his family. His daughter committed suicide and she died. And
she committed suicide.
Yeah, and he had to step away from the project, obviously. And he told, Warner Brothers told him that we would, pause production and you go do your thing and we'll pick up whenever you need to come back. And he said, look, you guys continue on with this. So they got Joss Whedon, who directed the Avengers films.
Yes.
And he finished up production, went through post-production. And so I think this is definitely Zack Snyder's vision and his movie, the whole thing, but you do get these like little Whedon-esque things like with the jokiness and like the little banter that you see in like the Avengers, Buffy, and that kind of stuff.
I mean, it obviously works.
It
not a
totally
bad
works.
mold to follow.
Not at all. Man, that was just okay. So this weekend at Comic-Con, the Hollywood Reporter put out a piece about how DC and Warner Brothers are trying to edge Ben Affleck out of the Batman and recast.
Really?
Yeah. And this was the day before the Hall H Justice League panel.
Okay.
And so in the Hollywood Reporter, I have to say, is very rarely wrong.
Okay.
Even with their like anonymous tips.
Okay.
And this was an anonymous tip.
Interesting.
And then the day after, Ben Affleck got up there and he addressed it right out of the gate and was like, look, I love Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is the guy who's directing the Batman. I love Matt Reeves. And he directed The Planet of the Apes. I would be an ape on the ground for that man in one of his movies.
Okay.
Let alone the Batman. And I would play the Batman for years to come.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's definitely not saying that he's not confirming or denying it.
Right,
But
he's just saying he wants to be a part of it.
I would lose it if they recast Batman. I'm just going to say that. That shot with him on that, like, gargoyle was so classic.
Like, what do they benefit at that? You're already invested.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Right. Well, there was a lot of drama behind the scenes. Like, Ben Affleck was supposed to write, direct, and star the Batman. And then he stepped away from directing, he stepped away from writing. And then they got Matt Reeves to direct. So there was a little drama there.
Ben.
However, news broke a couple months ago that Ben Affleck was going through the divorce and
I didn't know that.
Alcoholism.
Didn't
and
know
he had
that.
to go to rehab.
Didn't know that.
And stuff like that. So, I mean...
Come on, Ben. We need you.
But he went to rehab. Like, that's a big step. That's a big deal. There's a lot of actors in this business that, they're alcoholics doing blockbuster films. He's, doing the right thing. Anyways, all that to say, Ben Affleck, I want you as the Batman forever. You are my cinematic Batman.
They try to...
And Bruce Wayne.
Say to go to rehab, and he said...
Rehab.
Rehab, and he said, no. That's how Batman would say no to going to rehab.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks freaking dope. 10 out of 10.
Totally.
Whatever I don't know. It's sweet.
Yeah.
And some people, it's kind of weird for them because they like the Flash CW show, like seeing him recast.
I do too.
But, I mean, this kid seems good. He was in that movie with Amy Schumer.
Yeah, the...
Trainwreck?
He was in Trainwreck?
Yeah, like, she's like hooking up with the young intern from work.
Oh.
And he's like being really weird and like, but funny, but really weird. So it's kind of interesting.
It's hard for me with that kid because now growing up with like comics, you have a visual reference for what your characters look like. So it's like watching Hugh Jackman as Wolverine for 10 years. Then if you see someone else in the claws, you're like, that feels weird.
Right.
With Barry Allen, when they cast Grant Gustin, I was like, holy crap, this kid is like
Yeah.
He looks just like Barry Allen from the comics.
Right.
And he acts like him, and his banter and everything about him is just so Barry Allen. When they cast Ezra Miller, I was like, he looks more like Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I
like,
can see that.
You know, Nightwing, kind of like smooth, and he's a hot kid. Like he's good looking. So
nice. Way
not that
too hot
Grant
for
Gustin
that.
isn't, but
Nice job.
no, he's doing a good job. And Aquaman, holy crap! Drop that trailer.
Yeah,
Man.
we could nerd out forever. We have other stuff to watch.
Yep. So
But
stay
yeah,
tuned.
My brother, who is super nerdy, was telling me just how awesome Aquaman is and potentially like the most BA of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to.
Yeah, he talks to fish.
I mean, I talk to fish.
They don't respond, but
Maybe they do. I just can't tell.
all right, guys. We are the Transplants Podcast. Every week or every other week, depending on how we feel, we put out a
2 to 3.
podcast called the Transplants Podcast / episode, whatever we want to call it. So stay tuned for that. Look for us on the podcast app or on SoundCloud and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And also
the Transplants Podcast.
Yeah, at the Transplants Podcast. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we will be dropping more of these. And in the future, we may be putting up video of our podcast.
Yes.
And if not, we will hopefully be putting up the audio stream of it. So, if you don't like those other platforms, then subscribe here. Please subscribe. And
Do
share.
it.
Share.
And like it.
And comment. And
Nice.
I like the call and response. It's good.
Like and comment.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the things at Mandy_Gusto.
At Dean Purificato.
And until next time.
Pew.
My Batman. Not I am Batman.
I am Batman. That was sick. 10 out of 10, right?
Oh yeah. I give it 10 out of 10 batarangs.
10 out of 10 flashes.
And mother boxes.
Yeah.
All the weird things.